Hey, bourbon lovers, my name is Keith, and welcome to the Bourbon Shop. Today, I'm going to review a Jefferson bourbon. Now, I've never reviewed their product on this show before. I've been meaning to get around to it, but this is my first time. Now, some of you may know about Jefferson. They have a bourbon that may appear to be a little gimmicky, some say. I'm not casting judgment because I've never tried them, so I'm just going by what I hear. Like they have one that's was aged in the tropics, rainforest somewhere. So that is called their Jefferson Tropical Bourbon or something like that. They also have one that's called Jefferson Ocean Voyage, and they put it on some big ocean liner and send it across the seven seas. And while it's out to sea, it swishes back and forth in a barrel, and that should affect the taste of the bourbon as far as the aging. Now, does any of that work? I don't know. I tend to find out though, because I want to have those two products on my show, start getting more into this Jefferson deal. But let's talk about the one that I have right now. This is Jefferson Reserve Cast Strength Limited Edition. Now, the mash bill to this is unknown because it is a blend of whiskey that was overlooked by master distiller Trey Zolan. So it's 4 Kentucky bourbons in this, and they say that the youngest bourbon that they put into this blend is 8 years old. So we can say for sure that we have at least an 8-year-old bourbon. It was released in 2025, earlier this year. As stated, limited release. You might still be able to find some out there. MSRP $70, and the proof is 130. Now, I did spend some time with this. As you can see, there's some things missing out of this. It's a little volume, but just gonna have it again and tell you what I get out of this. Now, as I stated, I confess I may have shied away from this because of all the talk that the gimmicks and all that, but that shouldn't really affect me because I'm a fan of Dickel, and a lot of people hate on Dickel, but I like Dickel. So sometimes you just got to go for it and get your own thoughts and opinions and try it out for yourself. So let's go to the nose here. Now, it's 130 proof because it's singeing my hair nose here, but first thing I get is it's this ton of brown sugar, lots of brown sugar. Maybe some red fruit, maybe like a cherry. But you sort of get the age on this. 8 years. I'm getting some oak, actually, with this. So, and that's the youngest. So there's, I don't know what percentage, older bourbon that's in here. And by the nose, I'm thinking there's a decent amount of rye spice, a rye content. I struggled with this yesterday. I think I can call this like a chocolate pie pudding. Yeah, some kind of pudding filling, chocolate pudding filling. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So not a bad nose. You do get a little hint of ethanol along with that oak, but it's not bad. Let's go to the palate. Okay, your first sip, you're gonna get heat, a lot of heat. That 130 proof is just in your face, not to be reckoned with. So you get heat, and I get spices right off the back. First sip. Normally with the second sip, it's gonna mellow out, and then you're gonna pick up some more flavors. So let's go to the second. Now, second sip. This is when that brown sugar is coming in. A lot of rye spice, peppery. It's hot. It drinks hot, but it's confined heat. It's not just blasting you, but it's not so much ethanol, just heat, proof heat. So if you like heat like that, this might be your jam. So you get the brown sugar. I'm getting some nice vanilla, and one hint that I'm getting is cherries, sort of like Maker's Mark. Now, I'm not saying it tastes like Maker's Mark, but just how Maker's Mark to me is heavily cherry influenced. I'm getting a lot of cherry out of this. Now, it sort of reminds me too, because I know this is a blend of Kentucky bourbon. It sort of reminds me of Old Forester Prohibition 1920. And I know that's only 115 proof, but it has that brown sugary taste to it. So maybe I can compare those later on, but I wouldn't be surprised if it has some of that in there because it is sourced. Well, yeah, with different bourbons from Kentucky. It's definitely a good sipper. It's not overcomplicated. It's kind of straightforward, direct bourbon with some heat, with some age to it. It's slightly complicated, but not. You're not going to put this probably on your top shelf line of bourbons, but this is definitely a buy. I'm glad I got it. Now this is $70. I think that's worth $70. Seeing that it was set 8 years, and then sometimes you go by that $10 per year. So even if it was 80, I think that's a good buy. So yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't buy one to back it up. But I think they're still out there because some people say this is overrated. I think it's underrated and underlooked. So take a look out there. You still might be able to buy this or check online. They still might be out there. That's what I'm going to do. But as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. And let me know if you tried Jefferson or any Jefferson products. How do you think about it? You think it's gimmicky? Or are they the real deal? Hit me in the comments. Always remember, the best way to enjoy your bourbon is to drink it the way you like to drink it. But the best way to drink it is always in a responsible way. Be safe out there. See you next time on the Bourbon Shop. Cheers.